Welcome back to 101 East. This week we're in Indonesia as the nation gears up for its second only direct presidential elections. We spoke to several fervent supporters of the three main candidates and hear their stories.
Why do we support SBY Yudhoyono? SBY is a clean and decent man, and this team has concrete programs to improve people's lives. Yudhoyono started as a teacher. He also lives a simple life. They are both hard workers and believe in serving the people. We probably know SBY's personality better because we have known him for a long time. SBY came from the lowest level of society as a soldier to win the first presidential election, which was voted by the people directly. SBY's personality is clean, decent, well-mannered, and he is also one of Indonesia's well-educated leaders. We have seen that he is excellent in running the country.
Menata negara. SBY Yudhoyono, lanjutkan. Nomor 2, siapkan. SBY Presidenku.
Saya mendukung JK Wiranto karena pertama.
I support JK Wiranto firstly because they are good Islamic role models. Secondly, they have good Muslim families. And thirdly, JK is experienced in the government and Wiranto in the military.
Kita lihat dari penampilan ya,
We can see from their appearances that they have performed the Hajj. Their wives wear Islamic attire. We can see that JK Wiranto lived the Islamic teachings in their daily life.
Slogan sebagai pasangan Nusantara itu memang.
Also, they are known as the archipelago pair because Yusuf Kala represents Sulawesi or Eastern Indonesia, while his wife is from Sumatra. Wiranto's wife is from Sulawesi and Wiranto himself is from Java. So yes, we think they truly represent the nation.
Representatif lah untuk pasangan Nusantara.
Satu dibuka, dua dilihat, tiga dicontreng, 1, 2, 3, pilih nomor 3.
Lebih cepat, lebih baik.
Yes!
Saya sebagai buruh yang selama ini ngerasa.
As a factory worker, I feel like the labourers have been forgotten by our leaders for all this time. I strongly support Megawati Soekarno Putri as our presidential candidate and Prabowo as our vice president. We feel that they care about us because they want to erase outsourcing and want to make Labour Day, May 1st, a national holiday.
Megawati sebagai pribadi, saya selalu dengan beliau.
I salute Megawati as the only woman candidate. I am proud of her because she is brave to show that she is willing to lead, ready to be an Indonesian leader. As for Prabowo, I salute him because from what I hear, he is a hero, a brave military man.
Militer tapi yang pemberani. Mega!
Yes!
Mega Prabowo!
Tak bisa dikalahkan.
Mega Prabowo!
Rakyat pasti menang.
Mega!
Yes!
Continuing our discussion on Indonesia's upcoming presidential elections in Jakarta, we have political analyst Jacqueline Hicks and Bara Hasibuan, a member of the incumbent president's campaign team. Bara Hasibuan, the Mega Prabowo team is vowing to improve labour laws and the lives of the rural poor. Now, the JK Wiranto team are offering a faster and better government. And yet, from the SBY Yudhoyono team, we're being promised more of the same.
Well, it's not more of the same. We promise continuity. We think that the mission is not fully accomplished yet. We're going to have to make sure that the economy is back on track. The economic growth has experienced some setback due to the global economic crisis, although our economy has not experienced a contraction yet. But we want to push the economic growth back up to 6% and then 7%. And we would like to continue the war on corruption. And I think in the second term, if the coalition is a lot more solid, then the president will be in a lot stronger position to continue the mission.
Jacqueline, earlier on in the piece that we just heard, we heard from a JK Wiranto supporter who is backing his team because of their religious lifestyles and their ethnicity. How much does religion and ethnicity play in these polls?
Well, it plays a little bit, but really it's all about posturing. I mean, what people are really worried about, as they are all over the world, is the economy. It's things like the cost of living and unemployment that are the real issues in the elections this year.
Bara Hasibuan, SBY picked Yudhoyono as his running mate. Now, while he's an accomplished politician in his own right, he is a very private man, and some say he's quite a submissive man who is not into confrontation at all, and he doesn't want to ruffle any feathers. Why didn't SBY pick someone who's perhaps younger, more vibrant, fresher, the face of new Indonesia?
I think somebody like Yudhoyono is exactly what SBY needs to assist him for the next 5 years. Yudhoyono, I think, is one of the best public servants that this country has ever had. He's proven to be able to put national interest above anything else. He's someone who for sure will not give SBY a headache. He will be loyal. His commitment to the country
is that what we want, though? Is that what we want? Do we want loyalty, or do we want someone who can tell SBY we need to push through these legislations, we need to go through our coalition partners, we need to overrule some of them, we need to ruffle feathers?
Well, the fact that he's calm and he's loyal doesn't mean that he doesn't have the ability to tell SBY that certain things need to be done. He can be submissive, but I think when push comes to shove, I think Yudhoyono is someone who can tell the president that certain things need to be done. So I'm not worried too much about Yudhoyono. I mean, he might have this submissive style, but I mean, come on, he's been around for some time. He's been in the bureaucracy. He knows how things work, and I think he'll be best suited to assist SBY in the next 5 years.
Jacqueline Hicks, Megawati Sukarnoputri's daughter Puan Maharani says that she's ready to step into her mother's shoes as chairman of the party. We've seen Eddie Baskoro, SBY's son. He's seen as a rising star in the Democratic Party. It's the future of Indonesia. Does it look as if it will be just dynastic families that will rule Indonesia?
Yeah, quite possibly, because it looks like Indonesian politics is turning more and more towards personalities. So if the issues are not so important anymore, then you're going to have dynastic politics where people's names and their characters are going to be more important, you know, whether they're media savvy or not, things like that are going to be more important than actually having any real depth in policy implementation.
Bara Hasibuan, it's been said that these elections will be the last for the old guard, shall we say. But can Indonesia truly shake off the shackles of the Suharto era?
You're absolutely right. I think this is still a transition from the old guard to new guard. So I'm quite confident by the year of 2014, you will see the emergence of fresh faces in politics. I think you will see a number of new leaders competing in the elections in 2014.
All right, so we'll see new leaders competing in the new elections. But Jacqueline Hicks, will they come from the military?
Well, that's certainly what these vice presidential candidates, Wiranto and Prabowo, are hoping for. They're trying to get themselves a platform for 2014. But there are also sort of talk within the political circles. At the moment, there's also a lot of new faces hoping to come through.
Are they being supported by their parties?
No, it's still, the internal democracy within political parties is still pretty weak here. It tends to be a small cartel of political elites that control more or less everything, and you've got to have a lot of funding, you've got to have a lot of financial resources to get anywhere within a political party.
We're going to have to wrap up now. Bara Hasibuan, what do you think will be the main challenges facing the next leader in the next 5 years, whether it's SBY, Megawati or Yusuf Kala?
I think the main challenge is to prove that democracy can also lead to prosperity. So I think that would be the main challenge of the new president for the next 5 years. And two, I think we want to have our democratic consolidation. We want to have our democracy well consolidated by the year 2014. And number three, I think we need to raise the profile of Indonesia at the international stage. We need to play more role at Southeast Asian level. We need to take more leadership at all issues in Southeast Asia. And we also part of G20. So I think we all have the basis as a country to play a more significant role at the international stage. But the economy and democracy, I think, are the two most pressing challenges for the next government.
We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us. And that's all the time we have for this edition of 101 East. My thanks to my two guests, Bara Hasibuan and Jacqueline Hicks. From all the team, thanks for watching.